guys, this is Elena Sanganli from We Learn to Share. Welcome to the video of AP Environmental Science. In this video, we're going to learn about different things. We're going to learn about coral reefs, we're going to learn about aquatic and freshwater life zones, we're also going to look at planktons, nectons, benthos, and decomposers. So get ready to uncover the secrets of these underwater ecosystems and let us begin. So first, we're going to look at something that looks like this. These are called coral reefs, and they're often referred to as the rainforest of the sea. They're not only stunningly beautiful, but also crucial for our planet. But how do they form? Let's find out. So coral reefs begin with tiny animals called polyps, and these polyps form a symbiotic or mutualistic relationship with algae, because together they create coral reefs by secreting calcium carbonate shells. And coral reefs play a vital role in our ecosystem, both ecological and economic services. For example, they maintain modern atmospheric temperatures by removing carbon dioxide, CO2, from the atmosphere. They also act as natural barriers. They protect our coastlines from erosion by battering waves and storms. Moreover, they're home to a quarter of marine organisms, supporting fishing and tourism businesses too. They also provide jobs and building materials, which brings economic services. And apart from coral reefs, we're going to learn that our oceans are divided into several life zones. So we have aquatic life zones, we have freshwater life zones. And in terms of aquatic life zones, they're the same as saltwater life zones. And what belongs into these they include vast oceans and estuaries, coastlands and shorelines, and coral reefs and mangrove forests. Each of these areas hosts unique species and ecosystems. Then there are freshwater zones like lakes, rivers, and streams, inland wetlands. These areas are just as crucial for biodiversity and provide habitats for a myriad of species. So let's review. What belongs to the aquatic life zones? Oceans and estuaries, coastlands and shorelines, coral reefs, and mangrove forests. In terms of freshwater, or not salty water, there would be lakes, rivers, and streams, and inland wetlands. Okay, now let's talk about planktons. These tiny organisms found in both saltwater and freshwater life zones are crucial for the aquatic food web. We have they are free floating, which also made them have the nickname of ocean drifters. And we have three types of planktons we're going to learn today. So first is phytoplankton. They are primary producers for most aquatic food webs. And then we have zooplanktons, which range from single-cell organisms to large invertebrates like jellyfish, which are primary and secondary consumers. So you have to remember that phytoplanktons are producers, but zooplanktons are primary and secondary consumers. Producers, consumers. P for P, you can remember that by that. Phyto means producers, right? And then we have the last one, the ultraplankton, which are tiny photosynthetic bacteria, also playing a significant role in these ecosystems. Then we have something that's called nectons, which are strong swimmers like fish, turtles, and whales. They range throughout the water column and are vital players in the marine world. And then we have benthos, which are bottom dwellers, right? You can remember this easily by benthos, B with a B, bottom dwellers. These include organisms that anchor themselves in one spot, burrow into the sand or mud like clams and worms, or roam the sea floor like lobsters and crabs. So you can remember that this is like a good picture of it. Oops, I'll actually show this right? So planktons that are something that flows within the ocean. And you can see nectons are in the middle. They are the ones that are swimming like fish, right? And then benthons, they're buried in the ground like these crabs and worms, or they can roam around the sea floor like lobsters and crabs. So you can just imagine how the water life is under sea looks like. But back then, let's look at decomposers. So mostly bacteria, and they break down organic compounds in dead bodies and wastes, turning them into nutrients for primary producers. Okay, so now we're gonna look at some fill-in-the-blank quizzes. So follow along as you try to match what the answer is. So why should we care about coral reefs, and what are some benefits that the coral reefs bring? Remember that we have learned several benefits that the coral reefs brought, both ecological and economical, right? So coral reefs For example, they remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and they protect coastlines from erosion. They provide habitats for marine organisms, and they also provide the fish catch in developing countries or several countries. However, they're being damaged by pollution, warmer ocean acidity, and coastal development, etc. What is the difference between benthos, nekton, and plankton organisms? You remember that B was for bottom, right? So bottom dwelling ones, and nectons were the middle ones, swimmers, and planktons were the drifters who were floating, right? Then give an example of each type of organism. So for benthic ones, you can remember starfish, oysters, clam, lobsters, worms, etc. For nectons, they're swimmers. You can think of tuna, swordfish, and like whales, fish, turtles, etc. For planktons, you can think of phytoplanktons, which were producers, and zooplanktons, which were consumers. And example of zooplanktons would be jellyfish, right? Another question, if you find a new species of algae floating on the surface of a coastal zone, you would likely consider it as a type of phytoplanktons. A jellyfish would be considered a type of, oops, you have the answer here, zooplankton. Another question is oysters, sea stars, and lobsters would be considered what type of organism? They are anchored in the bottom, right? They will be benthics. Strongly swimming consumers, or strong swimmers, who are they? In the middle. Yes, they're nectons. And on a fiction boat, someone catches a swordfish. As a biologist, you would consider this organism as a type of, it's a fish, as a nekton, as a swimmer, right? Describe the relationship between foods and algae. I've told you that it was like a mutualistic relationship, right? So algae has a place to live and polyps get food from the algae. Right. So our aquatic ecosystems are very complex and incredibly diverse. From the tiny plankton to the vast coral reefs, each plays a crucial role in maintaining the balance of our oceans. So thanks for joining me on this underwater journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. See you in our next video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.